We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Touch. 63.
Hurts throwing right away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it, now both of them are in sync.
Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Powell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Washington! Sam Howell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Commanders 7, Eagles 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Touchdown! His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Powell out of the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete. And look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay Chargers.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take...
What a juke into space! And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Great.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Another nice play there by Reddick. More evidence that sometimes a position change is exactly what a player needs. Totally reinvented as an edge rusher instead of playing linebacker. Second in the NFL with 16 sacks in his first season with the Eagles in 2022.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long, here's Howell. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And Howell will throw it. Escaping the... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Good, check. Hey, easy, 63, bang. Count up, Yanni. Delta.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Delta.
Back to throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They juked him. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Howell. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Cook up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Al down to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's Rodgers. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Trotty! And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 110 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's on his way, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, Swift. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, here comes Swift. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my...
And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Howell. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it at the 15. Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point safely through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Commanders 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a give right side Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Powell to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got McLaurin, and he'll be out right at the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Evans. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Their clock management 101.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, some